Hello and welcome to episode 5 of The Curious Cook. We're becoming really official, people. We now have aprons and you can purchase your own, so just email us for details. And you can have your very own Curious Cook apron. It's very exciting and I feel sexy in it. Thanks. There's so much happening lately in gay news. For example, we have now learned that in North Carolina, while you can marry your cousin, they will no longer let you marry your gay cousin. That was unfortunate, but luckily, a few hours later, Obama came out as the first president to support marriage equality. Yay! It was awesome. And we just had our 27th annual AIDS Walk here in New York City. It's just like a huge event. Part of the money goes towards AIDS research, and really exciting advancements have been happening. There's a new pill called Truvada, and it actually prevents HIV if you take it every day. It's going to be FDA approved on June 15th. And I just can't believe it. I'm so excited. We have an amazing guest, Penny Arcade. She helped start the performance art movement in the 70s, and she's been active ever since. She's gluten-free, so it's going to be like the most healthiest food ever. Let's get started. So we're going to make the carrot chips. Wash my hands, of course. And preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You take your 2 jumbo carrots, woo! Give them a little rinse. Wipe off those pesticides. Oh wait, they're organic. Awesome. You're gonna peel them. So easy to peel when you have a good sharp peeler. Beautiful, smooth. Now I'm gonna cut off the ends. This is a really simple recipe, but the hard part is I'm gonna cut 4 chips out of this 1 carrot. My advice to you is to do it really slowly and carefully so you don't get hurt. Get your little fingers out of the way. Nice. After your carrots are sliced and peeled, you're going to lay them on a baking sheet and lightly and evenly drizzle some olive oil on them. It's very simple. I'm just going to brush it so that it's even. There we go. You just have to do one side because they're so thin the oil's going to cook right through. I'm going to put some sea salt on. And now they're ready for the oven, 12 minutes. We're going to make our spiced and roasted garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas. Here in a strainer. Rinse it out. I'm going to put it on the baking sheet. And take some paper towel. Just dry them. Take off the outer layers there. That's good. We're going to add some olive oil. I'm going to mix it with my hands so that they're all coated. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to add some garlic salt. Then you're going to take it, put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. Now afterwards is when we're going to spice it. And this is where you're going to get creative. What we're going to do today is a Cajun flavor, but you can go Indian and do curry, cumin, and turmeric, or you can do an Italian seasoning with thyme and rosemary, but we're going to go Cajun today. We're now going to make our cocktail, which we are calling the Arcade in honor of our really exciting guest, Penny Arcade. So we have 1 cup passion fruit juice, and all of this is gluten-free, by the way. 3 ounces vodka, gluten-free. And I'm going to add in some basil leaves. I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to keep 1 out for the garnish. I'm going to puree. Pour over ice. Smells really good. I love the smell of that passion fruit. And garnish with the basil. Ooh! Our carrot chips are done! It's my big pleasure to introduce to you our very special guest, Penny Arcade. She's an international performance star, queen of the underground. Welcome, Penny.
Hey.
Hey. I understand you're gluten-free.
Yeah.
And so I have a cocktail here with passion fruit vodka, basil.
I love it, passion fruit, because passion is my kind of key element. Passion and curiosity. So this drink, I think, is just perfect for me.
Excellent. Cheers, darling.
Cheers. Wow. That's crazy. I wouldn't think that the basil, but the basil's really doing it for me.
We pureed it in, so it really, you can really taste it.
Wow. And the passion fruit. My God.
Good. And these are carrot chips.
Yeah?
Here, just like potato chips, but carrots.
I like the salt.
Just a little bit of olive oil, not
Yeah.
too much.
Sweetness of the carrot. The salt. The texture. It's great.
It's simple and healthy. And dig into some garbanzo beans here too. It's Cajun.
If you just think about it,
Yeah.
that like this carrot 40 years ago had 4 times the nutrients in it than it has now.
Really?
So if you're not eating organic, especially things that grow underground, you're in a lot of trouble.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You were part of starting the performance art scene. You were really part of that wave in the 70s and 80s.
That was in the 80s.
Okay.
But in the 60s, I started out as a young teenager in the whole downtown art scene. So I started out at 17, and now I'm 62. Yeah, I'm going to be 62 in a few months.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Is it really?
Nothing, yeah, what's the alternative? What's the alternative?
Well, you look gorgeous.
I know.
And I love that you're all pink. You're always pink.
Yeah, pink is my color.
Okay.
I think it's because I'm like, an initial radical queer. I mean, we thought we had it handled in 1970. Some people have brown eyes, some people have blue eyes, some people are gay, some people are not.
Right.
It's not more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But it's the whole idea of identity, identifying because of your sexual orientation, is pathetic. It's pathetic.
Because people are so much more complex than just their
Absolutely.
sexuality. Being a
Healthy,
full person.
balanced people do not identify themselves by the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, their ethnicity, or anything else. So I think it's a complex time to be young, and it's a complicated time to be a human being, But it's a high risk moment where people really need to be humane, So it's complicated. But I go to LA and people are like, "Oh, you live in New York. New York's so great. I wish I lived in New York. There's nothing happening in LA." And I go, "Yeah, there's nothing happening in LA. Everybody knows that. There's nothing happening in New York, but nobody knows." LA is the only really bohemian city.
You think it's bohemian?
Oh, absolutely. I love LA. It's very stripped down. The people who are not interested in anything but making money and becoming famous, they're on a different track.
Yeah.
It's very clear there.
Yeah.
In New York is like Vietnam, you can't tell who the enemy is. But there's a whole different idea about living an artistic life.
Yeah.
It's harder to live an artistic life than it is to be an artist.
What does it mean to live an artistic life?
To have a rigorous inquiry into your own life and where art is really important to you.
Okay.
Being an artist, I mean, who cares about being an artist? You have an art scene because you have 2/3 people living an artistic life to 1/3 artists.
Yeah.
It's those 2/3 people who are never going to be artists, but who love art so much that act as midwives for the scene.
Right.
And that's why it's so exciting.
Yeah. I've been envious of the 70s since I was, 13 years old. I want to, go and be an
No, but
artist.
it's about now. I mean, there's a lot of things
Yeah.
about the 70s and the 60s that were not good.
Yeah.
The,
I
the
recognize that too.
60s
Yeah.
were a battlefield.
Yeah.
Look, I'm 62. In 30 years, I'm going to be old or dead. If people today don't grab onto the real issues and if they are not aware that they're being distracted, ooh, shiny, from the real issues that are in the world, that are your legacy, it's your time.
Yeah.
Differentiate. Anything that is not inclusive is problematic.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we have episode 6 coming up next, and please get down. If you don't know Penny already, you're totally missing the boat. So
You can write me and go to pennyarcade.tv. Yay!
Thank you so much for coming. I really feel so honored
I'm
to
so
know
happy.
you.
I love you.
And I love you too, and I love your work
Thanks.
and everything that you stand for. And I
Thanks.
thank you so much for coming.
I love you. I love what you stand for too.
Thank you.